Hello and welcome to Security and Safety Today, your number one educative and informative security program on television. My name is Itohoimo Edet, your anchor. It's been a pleasure having your feedbacks on some of the issues that we have been discussing on the show. And the good part is that most of you have been giving us a call, and we say thank you to that. Of course, keep the calls coming, the emails, the text messages, and every other thing that you would want us to discuss on the show. We sure do have the professionals who will look into these matters. Today we'll be looking at a very important issue, and most people take the issue for granted, and that's because there is no importance placed on that matter. This is the professionals where we bring in our expert to look at issues bothering on security. Today we'll be looking at VIP protection. VIP, which is known as Very Important Persons Protection. I'm sure you've been hearing about VIP. In fact, there is even a VVIP now classifying the importance of a personality. But on the show, we are sticking to VIP protection. Everything you need to know about VIP, what makes a VIP, who is a VIP. To your amazement, you would even realize that you are a very important person. And it all boils down to how you take yourself. My guests today are security experts who are professionals in the field. And they'll be laying the cards, the way it is, everything you need to know about VIP protection. Well, he hasn't been on the show for a while, and I'm sure you'll be like, I remember this face. 9 months back, he was on the show, and we're having him back again. He is Ezekiel Ogaga, security consultant. Thank you, sir, for coming on the show.
Thank you very much.
And let me just say Happy New Year, because I haven't seen you this year.
Thank you very much.
All right, well, we have here also on the show is the Chief Executive Officer and Managing Director of Security Plus Limited, former security company here in Nigeria. He is Igodalo Osazoa. Thank you, sir, for coming.
It's a pleasure.
And good to have you on the show. Well, VIP protection, some will call it very, very important persons protection, but we call it VIP protection as it is well known. So let me start with you. First, let's look at who is a VIP. Let's start with that. Who is a VIP?
Yes, every human being is important, but in organizations, whether private or public, there are certain people that the organizations lay very high value on. And because of that value that they place on those people, they become very important persons in those organizations.
Just as he has rightly said, a VIP is the key man in both public and private institutions.
That's the word.
Yes,
key
person. The key person. For instance, there are some people who are VIPs and they don't even know that they are VIPs. Most people who work in R&D departments of an organization, they are treated as VIPs. Okay. But another thing is, it depends on the value the organization will place on that individual. Because those who work in R&D, they are the ones who carry vital information about the organization. So having anything affecting them will definitely affect the organization.
It's good to know that I like the key word now, the key person. But how about families? Can't an individual be a VIP in a family?
Of course, why not? There are families that have businesses. And of course, in every home, there is somebody whose death or whose incarceration or whose kidnap or whose whatever that is negative will affect the family very drastically. Of course, people like that can also be referred to as VIPs in the families. Okay. And of course, in a family business, these days people are beginning to come into family business. There are people who hold very key responsibilities in the organization belonging to the family. Should anything happen to them, the business of the family can crumble. Those are also VIPs. So in the family, of course, you can also find VIPs.
Well, good enough. It's interesting to know that each one of us plays a vital role in the family. Being firstborn, you are a very important person in that family. And not just whether you're a celebrity or you're not a celebrity. The most important thing is you are a key person to that family. But so let's narrow it down now to the practice itself, giving protection to VIPs and all that. First, let's look at the government and the misuse of human resources in that regard.
Yes, today, the country, like we said, there is a particular number of police officers, for instance, that should serve a particular number of people by the UN definition. I don't have that exactly at my fingertips. But you discover that despite the fact that we don't have so many police officers, a lot of them have become private guards to people who call themselves VIPs or executives. Whereas it should not be like that. Whether they are, of course, for government people, we can understand that. Yeah. But when it becomes private individuals, some of whom have actually stolen our money and who should not even get any kind of protection, these are the kind of people, because they can afford it. These people are provided with some security or executive protection with taxpayers' money. And this is denying the generality of the people, ordinarily officers who should protect the majority of the people.
So talking about misuse now, he mentioned that government agencies are very fond of the misuse of human personnel when it comes to executive protection. Now, how would you look at it between that of the private and the government?
Well, I want to look at the government because right now, what the private companies should be doing is what the government agencies are doing. What do I mean by this? We have a strength of, say, 100,000 policemen. 60,000 of them are now doing executive protection. This is not the actual figure, please. Let's take note of that. It's not the actual figure.
But it's as much as that.
But it's as much as that. Where 60% of the workforce that should be patrolling and ensuring that we have a crime-free environment, they are now involved in quarters of individuals who are tagged as VIPs. There is no way we'll be able to fight crime that way. And that's an abuse on its own. It's a misuse of that, human resources.
Well, that's all we'll be able to take on this episode. We hope you have enjoyed the information that we have given out. Very educative and very, very revealing. Join us again same time next week for the concluding part of the VIP protection or the executive protection. My guest, a very interesting person, Mr. Ezekiel Oveoho, who has been here to do justice on that topic. And of course, Igoda Losazua, also here to blend everything with us as it is, as they know it in their profession. Thank you so much, gentlemen.
Thank you so much.
We'll see you again same time next week. I am Itohoimo Edet. A big thank you to everybody behind the production. See you again. Bye for now.